ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين.
Yeah, so I read the King James as well. What do you think about the NIV?
I don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it too. They changed a lot of verses in it, right?
Right. Thousands of words they can change in all these different versions. Add to and take away.
Yeah, I saw that they even took some verses out. And even the Jehovah's Witnesses in the New World Translation, they took the Son of Man out. They took a lot of verses out. So you go with the 1611, the original, huh?
Right.
I like that. Yeah.
Translation into English.
That's true.
Yours is in Arabic.
Yeah.
So you know that hasn't been through translation.
100%. I like you. Yeah.
But the translation is important for God-fearers because they aren't going to go, well, this one's okay, I'll pick and choose out of that what I want. It's not that kind of God that I want to follow.
I agree.
Want the one that preserves His truth.
100%.
And it's holy, it's pure, and it isn't going to change on you.
I like you. What's your name?
It builds your faith because you believe it.
What's your name?
You may not understand it, but He brings understanding as you grow in Him.
Monty, I 100% agree. I believe in a God that preserves His text, not one that is changed and updated and standardized and all this revision. Like nowadays, you see people changing even the faith, right? Yes. Now you see churches with rainbow flags, and you see people changing the faith when the real faith should be as it was revealed, right?
It's good you're saying that.
I'm with you.
The churches are getting corrupted.
100%, bro.
Come back in and thinking, oh, it'll be more appealing.
Forget appealing. Stick to what's right, right?
It's not right, and it's not going to be appealing to God.
So
but if you stay true to God, He has a way of interpreting this, and it doesn't return void.
Since you have yours,
I preach a lot out here. I've been doing this for years.
How long have you been preaching?
Speak in faith.
How long you?
What I'm saying. And
how long?
Brings an unction.
How long you been?
It's Him because I couldn't.
How long you been preaching?
I gave my life back clear back in '77.
Ooh, man, you've been preaching longer than I've been alive. Ooh, Monty, you're putting work in. I got a question since you have your Bible. Can you open up 2 Kings 8:26?
2 Kings 8:26.
Yeah. Let me just take a look at. Yeah, because you've been preaching for more than I've been alive, so I wanna get some knowledge from you. 2 Kings, 8:26. Yeah, almost there.
28.
8. So yeah, a little bit further back. You have a nice print.
2 Kings.
Yeah.
I had one kind of like that one.
Almost. Yeah, I like the big font now, so.
Oh, it's chapter 8.
Yeah, almost. I think one more page back,
Yeah, those pages probably haven't been turned in a long time.
Should we just move out of the way? Because I think we're in the middle of this.
Yeah, no problem. Let's move down.
They come out in the middle.
Yeah, they come out in the middle.
And down right here.
Right?
This corridor.
So we're going to be in the middle too. Can you move to the next page? Sorry.
What was it?
8:26. So 7, 8. Oh, it's 21. One more page.
21's right at the bottom.
Yeah, 26.
21?
26.
Oh.
Right here, yeah. So 20
years old.
Yeah, was Isaiah when he began to reign, right? And he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Athaliah, the granddaughter of Ronnie, right? So Isaiah was 22 years old when he became king, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem, right?
I'm not sure about that. Isaiah, if that isn't the full name of a king.
Well, I mean, we see his mother's name is Athaliah, the granddaughter of Omri, so we definitely know who it is.
It comes back to Isaiah.
Yeah, Ahaziah? Is that how you say it?
Ahaziah.
Ahaziah.
Just another way to say it.
Oh, yeah. So he was 22 when he became king, and he ruled 1 year in Jerusalem, right?
Yeah, that king did.
Yeah.
Oh, Isaiah?
Ahaziah?
He was a prophet.
Okay,
You got to make sure you're talking about
So I'm
This
talking
king-
about this king, who
Okay.
is the son of Athaliah and the grandson.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
okay.
yeah.
Because
So
that's not Isaiah then.
yeah,
It's just
Isaiah.
king.
Yeah.
It's getting close to the
Similar-
sound the same,
similar
but it isn't
sound,
the
yeah.
same thing.
But the one who was a king, and his mother's name was Athaliah, the granddaughter of the king Umri. He became king at 22 and ruled for 1 year, right?
That's what it says.
That's what it says. So if we open Second Chronicles now,
It's going to show an error. I know it is.
oh man, you know it already.
So, okay, what now?
Second Chronicles.
Oh, you're clearing the
No, it's
Chronicles.
yeah, it's not that far.
bad.
Second Chronicles, perfect. 22:2. Just a little bit back. Yeah. There's 24. Oh, I think we went too far.
21, 22.
Yeah. 22:2. Can you read it with me?
Starts right at the top here.
Yeah,
And
22.
the
that's-
inhabitants of Jerusalem made Ahaziah,
Yeah.
his youngest son, king in his stead.
Okay.
For the band of men that came with the Arabians to the camp had slain all the elders.
Okay.
So Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram,
Yep.
the king of Judah, reigned 42 years. That's
So
going into
40 and 2 years old was Ahaziah when he became king and reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. So here, he was 42 years old when he became king, and he only reigned 1 year, the same. And his mother, here as well, is the same Athaliah, the granddaughter of the same King Umri. So 42 here, 22 in the other verse.
Does it mention that woman, Athaliah, back
Yeah.
there where you were before?
Yeah, let's
So
take
it
a
mentions her.
sure. Let's take a look at it together.
I
That's
don't
why.
know, a lot of this genealogy and all that stuff.
Yeah. See, here's Athaliah, the
Got it.
granddaughter of Umri. So I
Because
think
sometimes it might be something you normally don't
Yeah.
see, but God wants to do something with it. And
But if he
still
was-
make that word true, even though it says two different places.
so. That is
It
a
appears there
a.
might be a mistake there.
There we go. Might be a
but-
mistake there. Good point.
It could be
So I think
misunderstanding of
right.
times and places and seasons and all this other stuff. And
All right, but-
some of these people were, maybe they took the mother's lineage and a father's image.
But
and
your
they're
age
two
does,
different,
but your
even though
age
they-
doesn't change, right? I mean, like I don't know how old you are, but I'm old. I'm just kidding. I'm like 47, 48, right? Let's say I'm 48, right? Now, whether you take my mother's lineage or you take my father's lineage, I'll still be 48, right? That doesn't change. So if he was 22 when he became king and you only ruled 1 year, so it's not like different times. Another says 42. One of them's a mistake, right? And
it
like
appears
you
that
said,
way.
yeah, like you said earlier, I want to believe in a God that preserves His
Doesn't make
text with no
mistakes.
mistakes.
But that one,
I'll get you a Quran.
I don't know what that. I know it isn't very of the utmost importance as far
All
as
right.
where it's located and all this
right.
chronologically, and they already have things.
Yeah, but the Word
They
of God
probably have
can't.
error. This seems to be an error, but he's following another lineage rather than
Well, again,
the one that the other verse
a
is
change-
following one lineage and the other one's following
A
another.
change in lineage doesn't change your age, right? That's your lineage, right? When you were born and when you die, it stays the same, right? But I'll ask you another one, which has to do with something more creedal, right? In the New Testament, here in Matthew, it says, "Now, after the Sabbath, as the first day of the week began to dawn, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary came to see the tomb. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from the heavens and came and rolled back the stone from the door." So this is about the resurrection of Jesus, which is a creedal, very important aspect of Christianity, that Jesus was resurrected from the dead, right? So what happened when Mary
was
came?
witnessing it before the men.
Interesting, right? So Mary and another Mary, so two Marys, they came, and what did they see? There was an earthquake, and an angel came and descended from heaven and rolled back the stone from the door and sat on it, and his countenance was like lightning, and his clothing was white as snow, and the guards shook of fear of him, and they became like dead men. But the angel answered and then said to the women, so he spoke to the women, right? Do not be
Said-
afraid.
it says answered.
And it said, the angel answered and said to the women,
Okay.
do not be afraid. So this is what happened. Mary went back with another Mary, and then an angel came down, an earthquake, and he rolled the stone away, and he spoke to them, right? But when I look,
How's that end? The
oh,
whole verse?
yeah, it keeps going. You keep,
Crucified.
yeah.
He is not here.
For he has risen. He said, come see the place where the Lord lay, and go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead, and indeed he is going before you unto Galilee. So what my interesting thing is, if I look at the same account in the other Gospels,
Have it in it's good to have it in context.
yes,
Because
100%.
people are, danger is to pull something out of context
True.
and you make it a pretense
I
for
agree.
anything you want it to mean.
I agree with you.
That's a danger of man
I don't-
finagling and trying
I don't
to
believe in
interpret.
people trying to
If it's
change.
something you can't understand, then pray and ask
Yeah.
God help.
So now in Luke, it says, now on the first day of the week, early in the morning, they, certain other women with them, so Mary and certain other women with them came to the tomb, bringing spices which they had prepared. For they found the stone rolled away from the tomb. So here, the stone's already gone. Right? No angel, no earthquake. And in fact, there's another account of the resurrection, and this is in John.
And they came to the tomb before the sun.
So it says, now on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb early while it was still dark and saw the stone had been taken away from the tomb. So here, Mary, in the two accounts, shows up and the stone's already gone. But in the first account, she came, and then the angel comes and sits on the stone and then moves the stone, and the earth. There's a contradiction right there. Eh?
Was it saying the sun was beginning to rise in the second place? Did it mention the sun?
Both of them were early while it was still dark, right?
Okay.
But the
Both
angel.
accounts, it has
Yeah.
at the sun rise. When
Right,
they're
yeah.
both similar in that.
That is true, but one
you're
of them.
saying
See, one of them, very early in the week, the time of dawn, when it's still dark, Mary comes, and there's an earthquake, and an angel comes and sits on the stone, and then after that, he rolls it back, and he even speaks to them. But in the other account, stone's already gone when they get there. They come and the stone's gone.
rolled away.
So that's a contradiction right there, right? And that's an important issue. It's a
To
creedal
me,
issue.
That one I could accept because it's just speaking of two different frame of minds or whatever.
But one of them
when
has.
the sun was rising here and it was already risen, or
No, both of them were early at the
morning.
sunrise, right?
Okay.
Meaning if one says that Mary gets there and the stone's already gone, she finds the stone's gone, and the other says the stone is there, the angel comes, earthquake happens, he speaks to them and rolls the stone away, one of those accounts is wrong. It can't be both, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what,
Well, I know.
I'm going to give you a Quran,
Just-
the perfectly preserved words of God without mistakes, as you said, and I agree with you that I believe in a God that preserves his word 100%. No mistakes, no contradictions. Do you have a
And
Quran?
in that instant that we were talking about,
Yeah.
I would want to read
Good, great.
more.
100%.
And I could see.
Can you get a Quran? It's a gift for you. And we'll read it together.
God is good.
God is great.
He doesn't lie.
God never lies. And-
Impossible for God to lie.
Impossible. God cannot lie. I agree with you 100%. And if
We
there
may
are
not understand something clearly, but
True.
text and the right word, He will
100%,
bring understanding with time.
I agree
that
with you.
will
If anybody
Not bring
attributes,
doubt and not confuse.
yeah. If somebody
I
brings
just
something,
say, okay, I'm not totally able to understand this
Yeah.
yet, and I lay it
I
back
feel
to
you.
God.
and so if
And I
somebody
keep reading
brings
the whole
something with
thing in
mistakes,
context and-
then I would say that's not from God, because God makes no mistakes and God is perfect. Agreed? Right? We'd agree God is perfect. God does not lie and does not make any mistakes. So the words of God would be 100% correct as well. I'm with you.
That's what I stay with the King James. I know that's close
Now,
for
I got the King
the right
James.
translation.
Now,
And
Yeah, I agree with you that the NIV and the Standard have made errors in trying to add things to the Bible. 100%, you're right. Appreciate you. God is not the author of confusion. That's beautiful. Appreciate you.
أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني